Ghost Hotel on Route 17. On the old Route 17 that winds through endless forests, there's a place that's rarely spoken of out loud. The old sign that reads Elmwood Hotel has long since peeled off, but if you look closely, you can still see it in the glow of headlights. Drivers entering this area avoid stopping, as rumors of strange disappearances have been around for decades. But there are those who don't believe the legends. The Douglas family, a young couple with their 7-year-old daughter Emily, set out on a road trip across the country. Their route took them through Highway 17. Late evening found them on the road, and after failing to find a motel on the map, they came across a sign that read, Elmwood, lodging, food, comfort. It's just an old hotel, said Sarah, Emily's mother. Why not stop there? Her husband Tom, tired from the long drive, agreed. As they turned off the highway, trees surrounded them, and the road became narrow and overgrown. After a few minutes, a building grew in front of them. The hotel looked like it came out of an old photograph. 2 stories high, with wide porches, peeling paint, and windows that looked as if they were watching them. A woman in her 40s, in an old-fashioned dress with a pale face and a blank stare, met them on the doorstep. She introduced herself as Mrs. Holly. Welcome to Elmwood. Her voice sounded as if she had said the phrase 100 times. The family stepped inside. The hall was cozy, but strangely empty. Old photographs hung on the walls, depicting people in 1930s clothing. We only have 2 rooms left, Mrs. Holly said. You're lucky. Tom wanted to ask who else was staying at the hotel, but Emily exclaimed, Mom, look how cute that boy is. Everyone turned around, but there was no one in the hallway. Emily, what did you see? Sarah asked. Emily, a boy in old-fashioned clothes. He was looking at us and smiling. Mrs. Holly explained that it was probably her son, but the answer sounded strange. He often plays in the hallway. Ignore him. During the night, Tom woke up to a strange sound. He thought someone had walked down the hallway and was laughing quietly. Sarah couldn't sleep either. Tuan, she whispered. There's something wrong here. They decided to check on Emily. The door of her room was open and the girl was standing at the window, looking out into the darkness. Emily, what are you doing? Sarah asked. He's calling me, the girl replied. The boy. He says it's fun here. But Tom looked through the window but didn't see anyone. In the morning, Emily was gone. The door to the backyard was open in her room. Tom and Sarah rushed out to look for their daughter. Mrs. Holly met them outside. You shouldn't have come here, she said, looking somewhere off to the side. Where's our daughter? Tom shouted. She's with them, the woman replied calmly. Tom grabbed her by the shoulders, but she suddenly disappeared, as if vanished into thin air. Desperate, Tom and Sarah began searching the hotel for clues. In one of the rooms, they found an old newspaper. The headline screamed, Tragedy in Elmwood, 13 people burned alive in 1932 fire. In one of the pictures, they recognized Mrs. Holly and the boy Emily had seen. Sarah remembered that there were pictures on the walls in the hall. They ran over there. Among the images, they found a picture of their daughter. That's impossible, Sarah screamed. In the picture, Emily stood surrounded by children in period clothing. Tom and Sarah tried to leave the hotel, but the road they had come on had disappeared. Their car stood still, but the engine would not start. Suddenly, figures appeared in front of them. Mrs. Holly, the boy, and dozens more people. You have become part of Elmwood, the woman said. No one leaves here. The last thing Tom and Sarah heard was the child's laughter. A few weeks later, another driver pulled up in front of the hotel. A young couple with a little girl met him on the doorstep. Welcome to Elmwood, they said in unison.